Go.
Welcome to Dare to Disagree, your weekly episodic podcast where we, the most average of Joes with superior intellect, tell you, the most superior Joes with average intellect, exactly how to handle your lives and how to fix this shit. I am not your host this week, Jonathan Esther, out of a very secluded place far away from South Carolina.
This is Lil Dark, still hanging out here in the Mile High City.
And this is Puppet Master, and I am tucked away nice and safe with all the other white people.
Like you need it. The sun's shining and the cops are shooting. You can come out.
The better show, Why Repent, coming on right after this show. So
Look at that plug. Like a brilliant. He's like the Donald Trump of podcasts.
Don't worry, guys. I'll take it out and post editing.
Don't we have an extra on the show?
What about our guest host here?
Yeah.
Right? I was born Levante.
I wouldn't say your name. We'll just call him the Loyal White Knight.
Somebody has to get it. Somebody has to get it, and it works for him. It works for him.
If I gotta make a new name, I'm going for gold. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take this show over real quick, just to piss people off. Okay, I know everybody's fucking seething at the mouth to get to our main. But what I wanted to say first off is we apologize for what we did to you guys last show. Okay, last show, if you guys remember, we got on, and I'm using the royal we, all of us here. We got on and lied directly to your face, telling you that Barack Obama was trying to give Iran nukes. I'm not going to say what it was lied to you guys. As an outright lie, and as an apology, we are going to no longer use those sources that told us that confirmed falsehood. So I apologize. We're not going to do that again. Next time we're gonna get a little more investigative before we start making out statements of public good. So,
You know what? I don't know if that was. I can't even tell if that was an asshole move or a brilliant move. I'm not even sure. It might be a little of both.
I just
What was that? Who did that?
I sure the hell don't remember.
When I do something wrong, I want to make it right. So that's what I'm doing right now, is making this shit right. We fucked up, and you know what? Thank you, Obama, Mr. Kerry. Obama already the Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing. You can do it now, but just you
I
do
think
it after the fact. So
I think the only way you can make this work worse is by plugging in vote Hillary Clinton.
yeah,
Oh, man.
That's a knife in a wound right there.
Man. You know what? While we're on this topic, there, Jonathan Esther, I got a first for you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Why don't you vote for the very first libertarian for president? How about that?
You know what? I'd be down, man. I told you, man. You bring me a candidate that looks like he's worth something.
Rand
I'm down. Rand Paul?
He's a libertarian.
I'll start looking into him. I'll look into him. By the way, I heard a quote from a friend when I mentioned that
all you need to know about Rand Paul is he's from fucking Kentucky. That's all you need to know.
Well, technically, he's from Texas and then moved to Kentucky.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better. I don't think you helped.
They got an express lane to the fucking.
Here's what you need to understand about the people in Kentucky. Here's all you need to know about anybody that lives in Kentucky, that drinks water in Kentucky. Those guys think that the government is shutting down the coal industry in one breath of air, but they want you to pay for black lung in another breath of air.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That makes weird sense, I guess.
Yeah,
If you're
think
a
about that
loyalist.
logic. Think about the logic there. It's some real powerful stuff. That's Rand Paul, man.
Well, hold on a sec. So wait, you're saying that they can't get black lung because they're shutting down the coal industry? They already have it.
What we're saying is they're pissed off at Obama for shutting down the coal plants, but they're also pissed off because they're not getting enough money for black lung.
Okay.
So they're mad at him for shutting down the coal plants, which are giving them black lung. But on the other hand, they're mad at him for not paying them the money to keep their black lung, to help recover or maintain health through their black lung.
We have a winner.
I guess there's a weird irony there.
I guess I would understand that if they didn't still have to make a fucking living, even if if they had black lung. I mean, without a job, I guess they wouldn't have black lung. But you know what? They can't support their family either. So yeah, I understand that. That's cool.
That sounds like sarcasm.
Fried chicken? I mean, is that where that comes from?
I'm just saying. Yeah, come on.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
The chicken or the egg? Fuck the egg. I want the chicken.
Yeah, you can't trust that.
Going up there tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, there, Puppet Master, somebody told me a line which made me laugh. I'm sorry if it sounds like there's a lot coming in your general direction, but I happened to mention a good point you made to a friend, and he got so annoyed by your good point that he responded to me by saying, "Ah, fuck it. Libertarians are anarchists with no balls anyway."
Oh, is that right? So we're saying that we hate the fact that Republicans are all the same and the Democrats are all the same. Nothing ever changes, but we don't want anybody in the middle that's going to work with both of them. Oh,
no. I thought No, I was telling you, I was using your point. You were making a good point, and I was actually using your point to shut their point down in the conversation. And in their frustration, that was their response. I have to tell you, I almost gave them the win for that joke alone. Almost did. It was a good joke.
Don't give them the win for that. The only reason they use
I didn't. He didn't take the win. I promise you, he didn't take the win.
All right.
All right. I guess we're getting into this thing now.
Yeah, go ahead. Might as well.
I'm not starting. I would love to let Co-Conscience start this.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
It would make my day.
In the belt? Where's it at?
Hey, Alan.
Go ahead.
Why don't we talk about all these laws that were trying to be passed preventing citizens from filming police officers? Man, what a great time to talk about that shit.
Oh, no, we'll get into that in a second. We're going to address this whole shooting in the back thing first.
My point is, we wouldn't have even known about it if we hadn't had a citizen film the damn thing. And you got all these people, all these damn, whatever you call them. I'd like to call them legislators, but shit, they don't do nothing. They're trying to pass laws to keep you even from filming the bastards.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like in the beef industry, like they kept getting caught torturing cows and shit like that, and then when people would film them, they would try and pass new laws stopping you from filming these guys beating the cows and shit. So what we're gonna talk about here is this guy assaulted a police officer and got shot for it. I mean, what's the?
Is that what happened? Is that what happened?
It's a trend.
Look,
I can't help notice. The one person I want to hear talking right now is so quiet. What's wrong with you, Co-Conscience?
Check it out. You know what? You saw the video.
Selling that work.
Hold on.
Oh, I forgot.
You
The real
saw
world.
Video. He slapped something out of his hands. Had he not done that, he'd have just got tased, not shot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he'd have got tased like all the other black people that have been getting tased all over. Wait. I'm sure there's something wrong with that last statement I said.
What if they knocked the taser out of his hand? What if it was the taser he knocked out?
Yeah, you're right. That's what that was. He knocked the taser. That's why he planted the taser next to him after the shots. Yeah.
Because he had to pick it up off the ground.
Walk it all the way over to him. Look, it's kind of like we were talking about me and Alone in the Dark. We're talking about this, as a matter of fact, where there's this other podcast, the Crack Podcast, and they were talking about why documentaries lie. It's kind of like I was explaining to Alone in the Dark. One of the things they brought up is in the documentary, the second documentary about fracking, there's a scene in there where a guy turns on his hose and lights it, and fire comes spewing out of it.
Yeah.
And what happened is, what you don't know actually is, that guy just rigged his hose to the propane tank.
I was listening to
And
you
then-
on the talk show, remember?
The reason why is because the logic behind the filmmakers, I guess, was this did happen, but it's not happening right now when we want to film it, but we want people to get a sense of it, so rig it to the propane tank anyway, because it's not technically a lie, because it happened before.
You know, that brings up a point that I noticed about that film, how it didn't start until after the whatever was in that cop's hand drops. What, I mean, honestly, just, do you think there's a possibility that film was edited? I mean, not that it fucking matters. Not that it matters the least little bit, but why would you edit it? Why would you cut it short and start it right there at the end?
No, I agree. There's probably...
They didn't get all the...
I'm sure they didn't go from the tailgate of a car to that park without an incident occurring. I'm sure that cop shot that guy for what that cop felt was a legitimate reason. At the end of the day, though, the circumstances he did it in were completely wrong, period. So regardless of the editing, it's kind of like, you saying that is kind of like when they released the videotape of the kid that got shot. They released the videotape of him stealing from the store before he got shot.
Right. What does it matter?
It doesn't pertain to the actual scenario that caused the shooting. Yes, there's a reason the cop dragged that guy aside. Yes, that guy was a criminal. Nobody is saying that he didn't deserve punishment, but he deserved his day in court, not death.
So why edit the damn video? That's my question. I'm not saying that it has any bearing on the cop's guilty. You see it. There's you know, I'm the first one to defend a cop, and I'm not doing that here. But my point is, why the hell do they bother?
I agree. I agree.
The one I saw, it didn't look good at him. I mean, it looked like the kid ran up to the fence and started filming right when he got within range. I mean,
that could be it too. That could be an answer.
I mean, he didn't look like, you know, especially for the
My question is,
mode.
where is the cops video?
I don't
Are they not required in that city to have body cam?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I haven't even looked into that.
Right, and if they don't have that, where's the traffic cam from the car itself? Because those have to have it.
Well, I'm sure that's gonna come out. More video is gonna come out of that incident. I'm sure.
It should have already came out to be clear and concise. This is what happened to stop all this fucking possible race baiting that could be happening down the road.
Well, you should know by now, cops are really, really cagey about releasing those videos because I guess they think it. I guess they think it does them a favor to kind of curtail the incident and figure out what's going on before releasing it out, not realizing that we're at a point in society where it's just fuel for this kindling that's been mounting for the last few years. You know, I'm on board. I think all of us agree here, except for Cold Conscience, that I don't personally think it's a race thing. I've always been of the mentality it's more of a police versus people thing.
I agree.
That being said, I do think minorities are disproportionately getting the short end of the stick here, but I don't think those cops are coming out there basically going, fuck black people, I'm going to shoot them today, or fuck Hispanics, I'm going to shoot them today. I don't think that's what the case is.
I agree with you. Yeah, now check it out. Before we go there, you posted that one video on Facebook. I saw that, right?
Yeah.
Show me another video of that craziness happening, because here's the thing. You are not going to find as many white people to blatantly say, fuck you to a cop, I'm not going to do that, as you will minorities.
But here's my thing.
People comply to an order, and then they deal with whatever the discrimination possibly happened after the fact.
But here's my thing with that video. When I posted that... What the heck is that? Anyway, I don't know what that was. The point of that video isn't for me to say And I know it comes off that way because it's online and you can't, like, you have to constantly type and get the point out. My point of that video is this. Just I want to see a video with a black guy getting the same treatment. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I agree.
we live in an age where cameras are everywhere, and I'm trying very hard because you guys can understand. It would be like you guys seeing a video of an old white man getting pushed over by a black guy once. You go, all right, that was a one-time incident, and then a couple months down the road, you see another video of an old white lady getting knocked down by some black dude. At some point, it gets really hard to stay objective. So I'm just like, look, guys, if there's a video out there of cops doing good for black people, please circulate it. Because right now, it's depressing as a black person looking at the news.
Look, you're not gonna find that. You know why? Because it does not fit the agenda of pitting races against races in the United States of America. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Now, a white cop doing good things for white people, yeah. You might find a video of a black cop doing great things for white people and black people, but you're not gonna find very many videos of a white cop doing right by a black person or any minority for that purpose, because it does not fit any kind of...
No.
Hold on. Well, you can't tell me that there are so many other white police officers doing the right thing by the right people all the fucking time. It's just someone's out there videotaping it, and if someone is there, it's not news.
No. You got my point wrong. There are tons of videos of white cops doing good by black people. There are tons of those videos. I want to see a video of a white cop doing good by black people that are doing wrong. That's what I want to see. We have tons of videos. I can find a bunch of videos of white cops going to minority neighborhood and giving people food. There's a story of I know at least 2 stories of cops that have helped homeless black women. I'll stop in a second and give you guys. I've seen tons of videos of white cops helping good black people or unfortunate black people. I just want to see an equal amount. I've seen too many videos of white cops dealing with white people in a brutal way. Like, I've seen white people disrespect cops and get tased tons. But I've maybe seen only 1 or 2 videos so far of a white guy disrespecting a white cop and getting shot. You see what I'm saying? I just want to see more good when a black guy is in the wrong situation. Because as Alone in the Dark said, I think it's their responsibility to do right, not the people's responsibility to do right. Don't get me wrong, people have a responsibility and must pay for their actions.
I think both sides should do whatever it takes to make it not go to that level. And
I agree.
And everyone is 50% responsible for everything that happens in your life. You get shot, you know what, 50% of that's your fault. You did something somehow, somewhere, made a decision that put yourself in that position. Done. That's simple. Maybe you didn't smack the cop in the face and tell him to shoot your ass, but maybe your disrespectful ass caused the situation to get so out of control that the cop lost his shit. Yeah, he shouldn't lose his shit, but every decision you make puts yourself in a position later down the road or immediately. It's like going out, like me. You won't catch me going to Southside Chicago at fucking 2 a.m. in the morning. You know why? Because I'm a white man. That'd be a dumb fucking mistake. You won't catch me walking down the middle of the street at 2 a.m. You won't. No, fuck that. That's dumb. You know why that's dumb? Because I'm a white man. Now, had I done it, you know what people are going to say? What the fuck was he walking down the middle of the street fucking Southside Chicago at 2 a.m. for? And if they don't, they're wrong. They should ask me that.
My turn, motherfuckers.
Right.
Go ahead.
Here's what Dave's saying, and the retort for Tor is, we have videos of white people doing shit that a cop would use, if there was a black person, would have used that as a valid excuse to shoot him.
Yeah, I agree.
No liberal agenda for a white cop not shooting a white person, and that video is still getting out there. So there isn't a whole bunch of videos of black people doing shit that would get them shot, and it's being suppressed or some shit like that. They're just as available as these videos of freaking, like that one Dave posted where that white guy was doing an open carry activist bullshit. was drunk, running around with an assault rifle, and the cops were nice and fucking handled it, you know?
And by the way, those cops were great. They deserve a promotion.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Alan, I have a prime example.
My
of what
here is
he's never gonna talk.
this was a cop that fucked up, okay? There is bad cops. We know this, okay? There's bad people in every fucking profession. This was one of those bad people.
Right.
But all I've been asking for this entire time is exactly what happened. A cop did something wrong, and he got arrested, and fucking he's not on the fucking force anymore. The Eric Garner thing was totally different because we have cops doing something wrong, which it was a multinational fucking event. There was black females there was black cops, there was white cops. They all fucking stood by and strangled that guy to death. And they got no punishment. They didn't even have to go to trial. And I know people are going to tell me, but they did the right thing. They took it to the grand jury and they kicked it out. In the entire history of the U.S., it has been a laughingstock of how easy it is for a DA to get a case through the grand jury. Okay, there's the old saying, you could indict a ham sandwich if you want because the grand jury is that fucking easy to get through. Out of like, I think it was like 18,000 cases, the grand jury went against the DA's recommendation like 15 times. Okay, it's like 99.999 something percent that the grand jury will do what the DA wants because the DA is the only one talking to him. Here's our evidence. There's nobody, saying, no, that's not true. There's no fucking, the defense has no saying in it. It's the DA's job himself. If the DA didn't get through the grand jury, it's because he didn't fucking want to.
That's not necessarily true.
That's
The
what cops were prosecuting.
The defense has a right to show and testify at a grand jury. They can testify there. So just so you know.
Yeah, but it's a joke.
They never happen.
And
They hardly happen.
I'll pull up the numbers for you right now of exactly how many cases the DA gets to the grand jury. It's been a known laughingstock that the grand jury doesn't prevent the DA from doing what the fuck he wants. Okay?
So you're saying that DA didn't want to indict
Exactly.
the sex offender for showing up at a trick-or-treat?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's 100% that
Carry on.
and that was a point that people were bringing up when the DA was presenting his case. He has no requirement to show anything else. By the way, grand jury, this kind of makes it a little different. You got to consider this, which is exactly what he did. He was doing the defense's job when that's not his fucking job. His job was to prosecute. He went up and was trying to convince the grand jury out of freaking indicting, and he was successful. That's my problem this whole time is when there's cops going to be doing something wrong all the fucking time, but when they just get away with it. This cop didn't. He was fucking arrested. Good on fucking South Carolina for arresting him immediately. There was another South Carolina cop where he came up to that. I think you guys seen the video. The guy was in the gas station, and he tells him, "Give me your driver's license." The guy reaches into the car to get his driver's license, and the cop fucking shoots him.
Mm-hmm.
They fired him and prosecuted him. That's all I fucking want. Fire these guys, prosecute them. Did you guys see the other video of the cop dragging the fucking guy out of his car and beating his fucking head into the pavement while the guy wasn't resisting at all?
No.
Yep.
It's just recent. There's some older black guy, kind of the same story here.
Yep.
I think the cop was a Mexican, if I remember right. He wasn't. I'm pretty sure he wasn't white.
How the fuck
You
did
know
that
what?
happen? You know what I mean?
Hey, before it's all over, he'd be a white Mexican. So
Dragged him out of there and was
Listen.
beating him, like hit him in the head like 60 times.
Listen,
That cop has been
listen.
like
I'm
9
trying to say,
times and has cost us over $1 billion fucking dollars in settlements for abusing fucking people, and he's still a cop. That's my problem. Not this South Carolina one. Okay, it's a tragedy, this, that, but they fucking prosecuted the cop. They're prosecuting him. He's going to trial. He's standing trial for murder. My bad, co-conscious. Go ahead. I just want to finish that shit.
listen. As the local nigga, I'm pretty much trying to say this, right? If you're fucking black and get pulled over by the fucking cops, pretty much write your will out now. Because
Look, man, the thing here is I agree with everything all of you guys said. But I think for me, the most painful thing here isn't all those, because all of those we can work on. We can work on, like we're sitting over here having this conversation. We can understand each other pretty well. My problem is when I run into someone, like today, I had a major argument with someone online that I know who kind of came out and said, well, a big reason things like this happen is because African Americans, don't obey the cops. African Americans are rude to the cops, yada, 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 yada. If you learn more respect for the cops. And I go, wait, listen, man. Cops have been doing this shit. Like, hip-hop music has been talking about this shit since the fucking 80s. 80s. This didn't come out overnight. This is just becoming national news. It's been talked about in the African American community for forever. But that's not the point. The point is, in a video like this where it's pretty clear that the cop is wrong, the fact that there's still people out there willing to go, well, he had to have done something, is scary to me, because if that video wasn't around, imagine how much more fervor they would have behind that argument.
No, I agree.
Here's another.
That's scary at this point.
Like Puppet Master was saying, I don't think a cop goes out going, I'm gonna go shoot me a freaking black guy, which I agree with. But here's an example that there's a fucking institutionalized problem, especially like in the NYPD. The NYPD, one of the officers set up a website for them to go on, just like a message board, so they could talk about fucking cop life, you know? Hey, let's talk about the struggles of being an NYPD officer, this and that. It was just a message board for them to talk to. That fucking message board got so filled with racist fucking commentary that they had to shut it down. The cops, talking among themselves, were being total outright fucking racist. And they had to shut this fucking website down to calm everything down and get everything settled up. There is a big problem. Not all police forces, okay? But in our bigger ones, like the NYPD especially, that has been notorious for like 200 years now for being a corrupt piece of shit organization, they have a problem with being racist fucking assholes. Okay? And there's a lot of people denying it, you know? A lot of people running around saying, no, these cops they're out there risking their lives. Let's quit this fucking game too, okay? A cop's job is not that dangerous. When you compare it to the list of jobs, it's way behind the jobs that a lot of fucking Americans have. And that's another game that a lot of fucking military people played, okay? Being a military person wasn't that fucking dangerous either. We had a much better chance of dying on a motorcycle than dying in Iraq. Okay?
True. True.
Game too. And if you're going to pick up the fucking mantle, which is an argument I had while I was in the military, if you're going to say, hey, I'm volunteering to do this, like being a police officer, like being in the military, that's something you need to fucking own up to. Okay, you can't go and kill every fucking citizen to make you 1% more safe because your job's so fucking dangerous. You pick that. You pick to put your life on the line instead of citizens. Own up to that shit. If you want the respect of a police officer, which I want to, okay, I grew up with cops. I love fucking cops. I own expensive shit. I want cops, okay? I want to respect cops, but don't run around fucking being racist assholes, acting like assholes to the citizens that you swore to fucking serve and protect, and then killing them when you get any fucking chance to. Like, there's a way better chance of all of us, even us white people in here, being killed by a fucking cop than fucking terrorists. And we're dumping billions of dollars into preventing terrorism, and we're doing nothing to stop this fucking violence by police officers. That's a problem. Take some of that money and go put it over here. That's my view.
I honestly believe body cameras should be on every single fucking cop, and I think that they, in any instant, mandatory release within 24 hours of the incident happening like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's an issue with that too. Somebody made a good point that these body cameras are going into people's houses. Maybe it shouldn't be public domain. I don't know that argument. I mean, I would like it to be discussed. I'm not going to say I know the right or wrong answer, but I want these cameras so at least when this shit comes up in court, it will be in the fucking courtroom to say what happened. And I want it to protect cops too.
Yeah.
And a lot of times shit happens to cops that it's not fucking fair. They get accused of freaking molesting a chick or something like that because some girl's not happy she's being arrested. These are there to protect fucking police officers too, not just to fucking you know, harass them and shit like that. So that's my point, man. I love cops. I grew up with cops. I fucking ran around, volunteered with them for a while. I don't fucking hate cops. Most Americans, 99% of us, other than some ignorant fucking people, love cops, but they're making it really goddamn hard right now. You can't. And you were saying, like an interaction between a citizen and a cop is a 50-50. I don't think it is 50-50. I totally think.
We've had this discussion, but here's the thing. I'm not saying that the interaction is 50-50. I think that what happens to you in your life is 50% your fault. Not saying that someone has more of a responsibility in that interaction than the other, or vice versa. I'm saying your choices affect what happens to you. And if you can't own up to that, you are setting yourself up for failure. You think you can walk around and do whatever the fuck you want, and the results are not your fault, you're a fucking idiot.
But here's my problem with your example, is you made the same example of you going into a high crime rate area with black people dealing with police officers. There's something inherently wrong with those two being comparable. And they are comparable. That's a fucking...
You're right. No. I use that analogy for anything. It has nothing to do with specifically cops and black people. I use that when we talk about sexual assault. I use that when we talk about me getting in a car wreck or walking across the street and getting hit. That is my example. I made a choice. I did this. This is the result. That is what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying you were wrong for using that example. I'm just saying that it's wrong that it's accurate.
Well, no, it's true. You use that in any example, though, and it's accurate.
Now, okay. Here's
and I decide I'm gonna, running back and forth in the middle of the street, but I'm gonna sneak around the back end of cars and do it, and I get hit by a car. Whose fault is that?
Here's the problem I have with that analogy, which, by the way, I agree with to a point. And here's where I'm going to bring the point up. If that analogy is accurate, which I believe it is, then what African Americans need to do is literally not do anything even close to suspicious ever, like go out of their door.
No. That's not
and I'll explain to you why I'm... No, hold on. I'm getting to a point. No, I'm not. Let me get to the point. Remember the story of the thief that climbed on top of the house he was breaking into, fell through the window, sued the owner, and won?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm just using that as an example of, by that logic, and I'm going to go to why that applies to African Americans in a second. So I'm just trying to link them up here. I'm trying to show you the extreme of why that whole it's 50% your fault thing works for me to a point. Because what you're saying is it's 50% the owner of that house fault that he got sued. In that scenario, I say no. Granted, that's an extreme. Now, how that translates to the African Americans in the way I was saying it is this. In Baltimore, and Cole Conscience will probably agree to this. If you're an African American driving around and you are pulled over by the police, and the police asks you for license and registration, and you hand over your license and registration, and they go, "Can we check your car?" And you, knowing the law, say, "Do you have a warrant?" I can almost assure you the way that story will end for you will not be as pleasant as it would end for me here in Orange County, where it's mostly white people.
All right, let me explain something to you first. Unless I'm in a hurry and I have somewhere to be, like it's a matter of an actual deadline, like me being to work on time, I'm not really going to tell a cop he needs a warrant unless I'm guilty of something. Literally, hey, I'm going to check your car. You know what, motherfucker? You know what? Check my goddamn car and then get the fuck out of here.
And don't get me wrong, I've let him check my car before. But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
If I'm not worried about somebody finding something in my car they can use against me, then what do I care?
I agree.
Well, here's the thing. Before I go.
Come on. If you're going to consent to a fucking search just because of what? What's the fucking reason that cop has to rifle through your shit?
Look, you can tell me I'm out of my fucking mind, but you know what's easier and makes my day just a little bit faster, fucking not dealing with the bullshit that's gonna come
Well,
with that.
well,
No.
well, here's the thing.
Stop. Listen, let me finish. All right, here's the deal. The other
Goddamn Caucasian.
Goddamn. I really don't care. But here's the deal. All right, here's the alternative. I tell you, no, you can't search my vehicle. You have no reason to search my vehicle. Why don't you call somebody to get a goddamn warrant? And you know what that did? That just made the whole situation hostile. You know what they're gonna do? They're probably gonna go get a goddamn warrant. And they'll make up some goddamn reason why they need a goddamn warrant, and they're gonna come search my car anyway. And now 2 hours later, I'm still sitting on the goddamn side of the road, and I'm late for fucking work.
Who cares about a warrant? You tell me why you want to go someplace through my shit. And then I'll let
Here's the problem.
trouble with it.
Hey,
But you need to
listen.
Go ahead, Kokon.
Listen. Mr. Black guy's talking now, okay?
Okay.
Motherfuckers listen to me. Listen, here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem here. Why you don't worry about a lot of people search your car? Because a lot of people don't know that we have this thing in Baltimore called knockers. Now, knockers are a drug task force. I shit you not. Knockers are a
shit. I forgot about knockers.
Knockers are a drug task force in Baltimore, but they have been known for being very corrupt and really planting shit on a lot of people. So if a knocker pulls you over and say, hey, let me check your car, more than likely they don't find something, they will plant something on you. It's happened maybe 95% of the time for the people who I talk to has that happen to them. Because, I mean, it just happens. The police officers are a lot different than wherever you guys at is a lot different here in Baltimore. Baltimore State Police Department seems like they had something to fucking prove, and like you had something planned. Now, me personally, I've never had nobody ask me to check my car, but I have been pulled over by the fucking knockers, and I'm trying to be a police officer. Surprise, motherfuckers! I'm trying to be a goddamn police officer, and I had the knockers come to me and accuse me of having weed on. So you know, it happens. I can see why you want somebody to check your car because you might get shit framed on you.
The funny part about it is I wasn't even taking that conversation in that direction. All of the points you guys have each made is good, but where I was even taking this conversation is here in Orange County where I live currently, if I were to say, do you have a warrant? That conversation would probably end with the cop going, well, you better not be doing anything suspicious. Have a nice day. Whereas in Baltimore, if I were to say, do you have a warrant? That conversation would end either with the knocker situation or with the situation Puppet Master said. My problem is the only thing a guy like me can see as a discrepancy between the two situations is the majority of the people living in the locale I'm at. That is a problem for me that's even an issue. And that's what we're all saying here. We're all kind of saying the fact that this is an issue. And by the way, Puppet Master, I've been pulled over and asked to search, and I let them search because, as I said, I have nothing to hide. Like, I don't care. Search my car. I'm late to shit anyway. I'm late to shit. Yeah.
Remember when I used to have that motto, especially about the NSA? Yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide. Who gives a shit if they're listening to me? Yeah, my
Did you say search your house? Search your house, is that what you just said?
No, me used to have the discussion about, like, the NSA eavesdropping on you and shit.
That's not the same. That's nowhere near the same. First of all, the cop asked if he could search. The NSA never gonna ask if they could, fucking spy on you. There's a huge difference.
You're saying the same thing, though. What if you don't have it?
No, they're not. It's different. I said I have nothing to hide. They didn't say that. I fucking said that. All right. So.
But that's their excuse. If you have nothing to hide, why worry about it?
Okay. I'm telling you, I would rather get it over with than fucking be there 2.5 hours later and late for work. All right. Now, if I had a job that determined that my income was determined on the amount of hours I actually spent at work, then I'd be fucking pissed. All right. But it doesn't. I can call in and say, hey, you know what, fucking, I'm 2 hours late because the cop's being a dickhead and fucking decide he's gonna get a warrant to search my vehicle for no goddamn reason. They wouldn't get two shit. But if I worked an hourly wage job, oh yeah, that just cost me 2.5 hours. You know who pays for that? Me. I don't get that fucking money back. The cop doesn't pay for it.
But the question is though, what would be the reason for him to check your car? That's the question I would ask too.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ask that question. All right, but do it in a respectful manner. And when he gives you some bullshit answer, at that point, you know what? Then you make your decision how to go with that. But if you immediately say, fuck no, you can't search my car, which a lot of people come with, no, man, you can't search my car. They don't come up with a respectful fucking tone and attitude that, hey, you know, just can you tell me why you want to search my vehicle? That's not a problem. And usually it keeps the situation from escalating. But the minute that you actually start a hostile attitude towards that cop, you just escalate it into a different bracket. It shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. And that is part of the problem too.
But I've also seen people very respectfully say that I don't want my car checked, and it escalates anyway. Especially here in Baltimore, because here in Baltimore, maybe about 80% of the cops here in Baltimore aren't from fucking Baltimore. They're from Pennsylvania, so they just go off of what they see in the fucking wire and believe that every guy they come across is just like fucking Omar in the wire. Believe it or not.
In all honesty, most of them are like Omar.
I mean, in all honesty, you might be right, but I'm just saying, you know, when we say, listen, no, we don't. When you come off respectfully to some cops escalate the situation anyway to where it's like, I'm a bitch right now. I must be a bitch, so I had to fucking defend myself. I'm not gonna let nobody just fucking bitch me. Now, mind you, I've been respectful for cops all my life, and I've never had any problem with them. But as one time I had a problem with him, I talked to him in a respectful manner, and like that, he escalated the situation, not me. And I am, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm very fucking ignorant. I'm one of the most peaceful guys I know. So, the fact that he did that question, you know, I'm not sure where I'm going with this anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm riding up fast on a fucking cop right now. Hold on.
And we have video.
Let's have a moment of silence for Co-Conscience. He was a fair member of the show.
Of
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Talking about, because there was a guy, a cop stopped, or a sheriff deputy stopped him and wanted to search his vehicle. The guy told him no. You know, I don't. He was respectful the whole time, and the cop started arguing with him. And the guy's like, here's his exact word: "I wasn't in my car when all this was happening. Why don't you want to search my house or something?" The cop said, "Let me see your fucking keys." The cop smacked him in the head,
I saw that, yeah.
accused him of resisting, took his keys, and had another cop search it.
Look, all right, understand. There's 10% of every single occupation, every single race, every single gender that fucking suck, and you can't change that. All right?
True.
That's
True.
the case.
Is
Now-
that I have to change and allow every cop to search my car?
No,
Because-
that's a personal choice I make because I don't give two shits as long as I fucking am not inconvenienced more, unless it's a bullshit reason. But here's the thing, you know, if you just literally take the offensive immediately, you just might have made that situation worse than it should have been in the first place.
Yeah.
But
I can
that's-
see where it's coming from.
my
I mean-
point is, though, even if you take the offensive, no, fuck you, you're not searching my car, and that cop escalates it, that cop is fired. He can't.
You're right. But do you want to be the guy that ends up shot?
The lesson,
That
yeah.
motherfucker fired? Fuck no, man.
That's
That is
I get.
bullshit. That is a dumb fucking point to make just because you want to prove a point. You know what? No, you can't fucking search my car. He escalates it. He happens to be part of that 10%. He shoots your ass. You know what? Yeah, he got fired and they tried to bring him up for charges. The motherfucker got off on it. But you know what? You're still a dead son of a bitch just because you wouldn't let him check your fucking car.
I would rather it be me than have to pull over my wife later, and I just had let him pass because I was a fucking coward and let him walk all over me.
Here's what I'll say. I
And doing what's convenient for me. Do you think I'm doing it because I don't want that guy to shoot me? I honestly don't want to deal with fucking 2.5 hours that motherfucker going to get a fucking warrant. Because they will. They will come up with some bullshit reason that they think they smell weed, or I was swerving, or this or that. And fucking, you know what? They will get a warrant. They will. Motherfucker, I had it happen when I was 19 years old. Just by being that guy, like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide, but you ain't searching my vehicle. Just because.
I've had a cop threaten me with warrants 3 times, and I told them all to fuck off, and they never came back with a warrant. I mean,
Those motherfuckers sat right there, got a warrant. Another cop car showed up 2 hours later with a fucking warrant to search my fucking car.
did they have a good reason?
They said they
Nope.
smell weed, which is funny because, you know me.
No, I don't. What are you talking about there?
I don't think they need a warrant if they smell weed, though. That's probably
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because they couldn't smell weed. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I wasn't the
Yeah.
only one in the vehicle. They couldn't harass me the way they thought they could. Fucking trust me. They had. We went through grounds, and I tried to stay on my ground, and I really did a good job of it until that warrant showed up and they searched my vehicle and there was nothing to find. But I was 2.5 hours late for it.
But see but that's the thing though. Why I should have to escalate to that? Listen, if I'm a cop and I say, hey, can you mind if I search your car? And you say no. Oh, okay. Well, have a nice fucking day. The last thing I want to do is sit there 2 hours with you chatting it up. The last thing I want to do is more fucking paperwork.
I agree.
Yeah. I think his point. Hold on. His point is this.
That cop wants to, because if he smokes weed, obviously the cop smells it. That's not the truth. That's not true.
No, I don't smoke weed.
No. His point is this. His point is you don't want to be the example, even though it is wrong. Just move on with your day. And I think the point everybody else is trying to make is somebody's gonna have to be the example for this to stop. Yeah, and you're just saying your personal choice. Yeah, you're just saying your personal choice is you're not the hero today.
No, not today. Every other day you'll catch me punking somebody, but you know what? I'm not gonna punk a cop.
Yeah. I understand that. I can understand that.
My thing is if everybody did it, if everybody stood their grounds and said, no, I got constitutional rights, you're gonna have to abide by it, this shit would get better instead of getting worse and worse and worse.
I think so too, but I think you're gonna lose some lives along the way.
You know, I would rather do that than live in the fucking...
What the fuck?
What do you say?
Did you win a NASCAR race or something? What the fuck is going on? I'm guessing he won the Daytona 500. You know what? This show's becoming too white for me. Listen, everybody want to tune in the fucking I'll repent later. I'll be there, and I'll just be in the background for now. Jesus Christ.
Damn, I had my money on Kyle Busch. How unfortunate.
Yeah.
Man, they couldn't even get their mama to watch White Repent. Give me a break. But anyways.
Terrible.
Anyways, I mean, that's my point. I think by relenting, we're making things worse. And I don't know if it really is getting worse. I think it's been bad, and
I think it's more polarized. That's all. I think it's just more polarized.
I think it's more available to be seen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's polarized. People can see it. It's out there now. It's in your face. It was all happening probably at the same rate it's happening now. It's just now we have literally physical, visual proof that was a bullshit call.
Several physical visual proof that there have been a series of bullshit calls. Yeah.
Absolutely. But there's 10% that suck, and 10% of the entire police force in the United States is a pretty big fucking number.
But you
sure the fuck is.
Which I agree with. It's only 10% doing something wrong. But whenever we watch a video of like a one cop beating the shit out of somebody wrongfully, there's always a bunch of cops standing by watching. They are also doing something wrong.
Yeah, they are. And they're part of the 10% too, man.
That's a large 10%. I'm thinking we might need to ease that. If we're counting bad cops as cops that let other cops commit crimes, I don't think we're 10% anymore.
I think it's a lot more.
Because bad cops hang out with bad cops, man. It's that simple.
I think
you might say we got 10 cops right now, all right? Or we'll say 20, all right? And that means there's 2 in the police force that fucking suck fucking ass. You know what? Those 2 are probably partners.
Now here's what I'll say, Puppet Master. I'll say no, only because I think good cops are in the exact same situation you mentioned being in. By choosing to just let the cops search the car so you can move on, I think good cops are in the same position when it's like, okay, this cop is doing bad. I know if I speak out against this, regardless of how right I am making enemies in my department. I won't be that hero today.
That may make sense, except for the fact that that'd be the difference of me as a cop. Check it out.
Yeah.
That shit went down, and I was a cop, and that motherfucker started pulling a black man in his car and started whooping his ass. I'm gonna fuck that cop up because he's gonna have to explain why he shot me when I got all these people around, including the black man on the ground. And fucking he's beat up. Fucking I'm shot. And nothing wrong with this guy. What? Fucking that black guy started fucking trying to attack me.
And you're absolutely right. You do have good cops that does that. You have a cop in Baltimore City not that long ago who actually spoke out against another cop for whipping this guy's ass while he was in handcuffs. Apparently, the guy ran to the cop's house. He didn't know it was the cop's house, and his girlfriend was there. And the cop drove around, found him, took him out the fucking prisoner wagon, and whooped this guy's ass. I'm talking about
God.
put all his Nike all of his shit.
Damn.
Whooped his ass. I mean, whooped his ass. And then when the cop spoke out, who was a white cop? One of the cops spoke out and was like, "Listen, that's fucked up," and nobody in the fucking department wanted to work with him. I mean, he been making dangerous stops. Cops wouldn't back him up. You know, cops would be like, "We're busy." They wouldn't come to him when it was a dangerous situation. They left a fucking dead rat on his car, his personal car. So yeah, a lot of cops don't want to go through all that because you cross that what they call
Thin blue line.
Blue
Once
line.
you cross that shit, you can't come back from it. He actually quit the department. He thought
You know what?
something else. Thank God, I like him. But he actually quit the fucking department and he crossed that thin blue line. Now, when I call it thin blue line,
I'm good with
that's
that
a
though.
fucking, yeah, absolutely right. Yeah,
If I got to quit an organization because I crossed that thin blue line doing the right thing, and fucking I got fucking what do they call that shit? Fucking
blacklisted.
Anyway, I would rather leave the organization that was doing that than fucking stay there because I did the right thing in the fucking first place.
Now,
If
mind
that's
you,
the job I chose, I would own up to that and protect everyone that I could fucking possibly protect in the process.
Now, mind
If
you,
that
this
meant
is
turn on my own, that means turn on my own, goddammit.
this is Baltimore City. So yeah, Baltimore City probably does. I'm pretty sure it was like Anne Arundel County, Baltimore County, Maryland State Police. It wouldn't be a fucking problem. They'd be probably happy that, hey, glad you spoke out that they're not ruining our fucking reputation. Most of the problems that people run into is Baltimore City police officers, not Baltimore County or Maryland State troopers. So yeah,
It's called reprisal. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's and that's what we keep hearing. We keep hearing this repeated of a cop being a whistleblower, and a healthy portion of the department turns on his ass.
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie with Al Pacino?
Serpico, I've been saying it.
Now, here's the funny thing: is I was reading an article that guy wrote, which there's a lot of different stories behind that guy. It's not a clear-cut thing, but he's also talking about the current New York Police Department still refuses to allow him to attend any events. Okay, there's still a whole force against him for what he did for turning in those cops, and they was bad cops. We found out there was bad cops. Like a whole shit ton of cops got fired for that. But also, in that article, there was a comment section, and he talked about one time he was talking, and these cops threatened to kill him. That same fucking cop showed up again, congratulating another cop who died, who was a known rat, who was a whistleblower, and saying that this guy needed to fucking join him. Okay? We keep seeing this shit over and over. When cops become whistleblowers, the rest of the force fucking turns on them.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
%.
I'm not okay with it happening, but I'm okay with if that's the result of me doing the right thing as a cop. But I'm not a cop.
That's your point. But you quitting and leaving, we still didn't fix the fucking problem.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So you're saying that the cop should shut his mouth and not do the right thing?
No.
We're not saying it at all. We're just saying that you can see why some cops are fucking pussies when it comes to that. Because it's fucking Baltimore City. You have a cop probably maybe 10 minutes away from you all the time. You trying to tell me that as a gang of people ganging up on a Baltimore City cop, you can't bring your ass around because you're quote-unquote tied up or busy? Fuck that. If I wasn't a quote-unquote whistleblower and I didn't tell, if I called for backup, it'd be 100 cops in a fucking helicopter around on fucking North Avenue right about now. That's the problem. That's why a lot of cops bitch up, because to them, that's probably all they could fucking do is be a cop, because that's all they know. Once you become a cop, from what I've heard, that's all you kind of know. There's nothing else in that job description that you don't know how to do. Now, are these cops wrong? Absolutely. Should they, are they as bad as the bad cops? Absolutely. But you can see this is a fucking career job, and you see how sometimes some cops bitch up. Would I do it? Absolutely fucking not, because my mother told me better than that, and my father told me better, and I live in a fucking hood where I could be just another one of those statistics that's on the other side of that. So I understand because I live in fucking Baltimore City. So I understand.
Yes, Nation, he really does know his father. That's crazy. No, I mean,
who would have thought? Because I know good and goddamn well. If I was the daddy, wouldn't know that. Wouldn't know me. Be like, you know what? I don't know my father, and I'd be somewhere smiling. me knowing my father would be there for my future kids, but
It's in the genes, baby. It's in the genes.
Oh my God.
And I ain't talking guess.
Indeed. But you kind of understand why some of these cops bitch up like that. Not
I
saying
do,
it's the
but
right
you know
thing.
what? That's not me. That if I made that choice to be in that line of work, and you know what, fucking, I did my thing, and if that ended that career, you know what? There are bigger, better things out there too, man.
See, that's the only reason I haven't robbed you yet. Only reason. Good guy at heart. Good guy at heart.
Because you don't have to rob me. You can just ask me for my
Yeah,
shit.
exactly, exactly.
I mean,
See
if
that?
I said no, you'd be stealing my shit anyway.
See, white folks, that's all you got to do. Just say yes when we ask, and none of this will go bad. We live in harmony, you know. I need a 4K TV.
Oh, well, I ain't got that, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's the only reason I haven't asked,
if I
my
had one,
friend.
you'd have stolen it.
Don't even say yes when we ask. When we walk down the fucking street, give me your purse, because apparently you clench it anyway. Which I probably will. But
Point.
What's that? I missed
Christ, come
that.
on, man.
Co-conscious was saying that you carry a purse.
Oh, is that what you think?
That's not what he said, but
Here's the difference. Hey,
No.
check it out.
No, bitch.
Anyone asks me for something, I am willing. The minute you take my shit, better watch the fuck out, because the only people, actually, Alan and Dave are about the only people that really know me, and taking my shit is a mistake. Asking for it, you'll probably get it, because I am that nice of a guy that I'm willing to hook somebody up if I'm well off, and somebody just needs some help. I'll be a first person to jump on board.
I think all of this stuff has inspired Cold Conscience to actually go stealing right now. He sounds like he's pulling off a heist.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. You don't hear a goddamn alarm?
Actually, I just did.
I did. Fuck up.
Black folks becoming hackers too.
Hey,
I know. I saw
don't-
Fast and Furious.
Hey.
Ludacris can hack.
Don't fall through that window. Matter of fact, do it. You can sue them.
He's not playing too much GTA heist, man.
I know, right?
No, I'm just playing this game called Life. When you're speaking of broke, I'm gonna go on a little rant before I go on Wild Repent scene. Apparently, fucking, I don't know if we can get our fucking food stamps or what, but we don't have no goddamn Kool-Aid in this goddamn house. God damn! I don't even have any fucking food. We're broke as shit. I've never been this broke since fucking yesterday. Damn. Only thing. Let me tell you what we got. We got this big ass refrigerator, and I'm about to tell you exactly what the fuck we have. We have Kool-Aid, and I ain't putting in the refrigerator because I forgot. We have fucking we have Miller Lite High Life, cinnamon rolls, butter, pickles, eggs, bacon. Oh, this ain't no more than that. I didn't see the bacon. Fucking mayonnaise. Well, we got chicken. Never mind.
What was your point out of this?
Whipped cream. We don't have no goddamn soda. That's the problem. We have water.
No, you started with Kool-Aid. You found Kool-Aid, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the last pack we got, man. It looks like fucking Africa. The only thing we got is fucking water and rice. Damn.
And
And chicken and bacon.
Hey,
damn.
I'm not gonna tell you who this guy is. I already told Alone in the Dark before it all started. I know this guy who's a legal pot grower, and I gave him the container for one of my supplements, and that shit was grape flavored, and he stored weed in it. And when he sold that shit, fucking people was like, "Man, it's the best tasting weed I've ever had. This shit tastes like grape." So I told him, I was like, "Look, the supplement I have right now is watermelon flavored. I'll give that shit to you. You'll start a whole new fucking customer base."
Jesus Christ.
I'll see if you can get some of the KFC buckets and
I know, right? If I could get a piece of KFC flavor, it'd be over.
That's like the worst stereotype ever because I'm black and I do not like watermelon. Have I ate it? Abso-goddamn-lutely. Does my father eat it? Abso-goddamn-lutely. But I do not like watermelon. Now ramen noodles, we do got ramen noodles. Now fucking ramen noodles, chicken, and fucking grape flavored Kool-Aid, absolutely. Shit. God damn. With a side of violence.
With a side of violence.
With a side of violence and food stamps, apparently.
Or lack thereof.
Who's got some party shots? Let's wrap this up.
Yo, cops need to chill the fuck out before there's a full-on revolt, man.
I agree.
Listen, I'm trying to be a goddamn cop. Yeah, please chill out before I get on the fucking phone. The last thing I want to do.
You shoot a white man.
No.
Think of all the white women you'd be turning away.
Last thing I want to do is pull out a fucking. I mean, no, I'm not gonna turn no white woman away. Come on now. Come on. Because the last thing I want to do is fucking pull up to a car and fuck the police's plan because I would have to get jiggy with it. I would have to. So you know. Yeah.
Put them hands up. We're like, you just don't care.
Please, all the cops out there, chill out because I'm trying to be actually a good cop, believe it or not. You know, tell me my parents proud. So.
Turning the brown pass to a blue pass.
Right, pretty much. I mean, listen. I mean, I'm trying to just make my hood proud. Instead of shooting black people, like I said, shoot white people all the goddamn time. That's all I want to do. Let me stop being racist.
Jack Bauer, baby.
Let me stop being so racist. But seriously though, yeah. If you're fucking white, you think you're gonna run? Believe me, you got a fucking unloaded clip in you.
Like, let's start running. Like, I got 8 clips, right? I got 8 shots. All right, cool. Here we go.
Fucking like, what was he trying to do? Fucking balance his stocks and shit. Who the fuck is that?
What about you there, Puppet Master?
Oh man, just I agree. They should calm the fuck down. But I think that you need to think about your attitude when you're confronted with certain situations as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't defend yourself. I'm saying think about the way that you are speaking to people and the way you said it, the tone of voice you're in before you do it. It just might. Not saying it will, but it just might save your life.
Also, grape supplements are the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And
Just saying.
vote libertarian.
Exactly. Oh, there you go. But Ron Paul 20, what? 16, 17? Not sure anymore.
What about you, loyal white knight? Echo.
I think he quit on me.
Oh, no, you don't understand, man. Out there, it's real out there.
You got a party shot, man? Huh? You got a party shot, you stupid motherfucker?
Me the white knight?
Are you just getting that?
Apparently, because, when he said it earlier, some other mother started talking. So
Don't worry, we all knew it was you.
I guess, okay. So, yeah, just on point, you gotta watch what you say in any given circumstance, but, I don't know, man. Yeah, I see what everybody's saying, don't expect, don't go out and try, if you get pulled over. My point is, don't be running out doing dumb shit. The odds are, if you got pulled over, you probably got your fucking tag on crooked, or you didn't check your brake lights or something. There's not a real good reason to get pulled over, I guess, unless you're black. But I mean, honestly, what the fuck are you doing to get pulled over?
The moral story that's gone throughout history is, again, don't be black. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. I think it's just white cops being jealous of black people's chicken and dicks. That's all it is. That's all it is. They look through their like what are those glasses they wear, like chips, and then like, goddamn big dick nigger. Yeah, pull over, some bitch. Just yeah, your license plate, and you smell of weed, and your lips are big. Come here.
Yeah, appreciate y'all letting me join the show for the hour drive home.
It was a pleasure, White Knight.
It'll happen again. My parting shot is just like Puppet Master was saying. Thank you, Obama, again for that trip.
That hurts so good.
Look, man, I was in a very fucked up forum last week.
Nancy Pelosi 2016. You guys.
Oh, boo.
That's even worse.
Boo. I think Pelosi said she was
Booth, first
she
in
can't
line.
handle it.
Oh man, I didn't think that could get worse. That was great.
All right, we're closing this shit down. We'll see you guys next week. You
Yep.
stay safe.
On 3, fuck the police. On 3.
No.
No.
The white
We
people
don't
have
want to get
spoken,
shot, Dave.
No.
and the black people, I guess. No, fuck the police. Got it.
Yeah, we just get that this time. You guys have a wonderful week.